Lalo, Daniela. So God's been good to you guys. You were believing for a house and he did something really special. Tell me about it.
Yes, thank you very much for having us here, Ted. As you said, we were believing for a house. We've been believing for a house for several years. For a little bit, I guess, about 5 years now. And we started looking for a house after actually God blessed us with a new job last year. And this year we finally said, let's start looking for a house and see if it's God's time for us to actually get it. And everything was marching well, at least personally. At the same time, I guess I was still new at the job. I wasn't getting yet hitting my bonuses, but we were believing God for that as well. And then we started looking and we found this beautiful house and we decided to put an offer on it. And you want to add something?
Well, you know how God fulfills the little desires of your heart. And so like the main things that we wanted, we were able to find. So that was a blessing too. Yes,
and taking a step back now, I guess being a part of this church and having people that you can trust, I guess, give you advice, tell you to let you know where you've been, where they have been in the past. That also helped throughout the process because, as you know and everyone else knows, right after we put the offer, COVID hit harder in the city, and they sent me to work from home. And at that point, a lot of negativity started coming through the media, through other friends, co-workers, saying that, oh, watch out because you're going to get laid off, and you better be careful, start looking for another job. Don't get into buying a house right now, you're going to get tied up with it and you won't be able to make it after that, and then they're going to foreclose, and all of these things bombarding us into our heads. And Daniela and I were actually talking about it, and we said, hey, we should actually ask Ted and Anna if they can pray with us to find some wisdom. And we are very glad we did that. And you were very kind about sharing your story and how God came through for you. That fed our spirit a lot. And with me, previous days not being able to sleep well because of all of the anxiety. And then after that call we had with you 2 weeks from closing, I have no anxiety. I was certain that everything was going to work out for good. And we were very happy with the results.
Yeah. So we went ahead and took a step of faith, because that's how it felt, like taking a step of faith. It's a big deal, buying a house. You don't buy a house every day. So it was our first house, and after we purchased it, we had the closing and all that stuff, and by the time we moved, come 2-3 weeks after we moved, so it was probably a couple of weeks, and then we came to the realization, like, wow, these last couple of weeks after we took the step of faith, God's been blessing Lalo. He's been going, above and beyond what they are requesting from him at work. So it's like, the moment you take a step of faith, God backs you up. We could see it clearly, and that's been just such a blessing.
Wow, that's cool. So what would you tell people that are believing God for something big, a house, a job, family, healing, can they trust God?
They can trust God 100%, 100%. I've seen it in my life personally for a number of years. Everything starting, I guess, with me way before I met Daniela, taking a step of faith and giving my first tithe right out of the blue, just because I felt it in my heart that I needed to do that. And then us getting married and being, I guess, faithful in tithing, knowing that 10% of our income belongs to God, and that He's going to make our 90% that is left go above and beyond more than if we actually have kept the full 100%.
Wow.
So as far as with the house goes, yes, we took that step of faith. It was, I'm not going to lie, I was fearful. And the moment that the guy came to our place to sign a bunch like this of documents. We felt like we were signing our life away, not really understanding what we were getting ourselves into, but we decided to trust God in the process, and He's been faithful.
Yeah. And I understand you had some friends come help you move.
Oh, definitely. All our church family is such a blessing. 'Cause, yeah, there's no way we could, just move like that without help. So we really appreciate it.
One of those friends actually told me, you better get everything packed before we actually get there, and we did. We had everything packed, even though he did not have everything packed himself when we helped him move a few days ago, but it's okay. We still love him.
We won't name any names.
No names. No, he knows who he is.
Beautiful. What a wonderful story. Excellent. Praise God.
Thank you, and believe God. He's there to help us, and we want to let you know that if you believe in Him, He's going to come through for you, and you have people in this church that are going to be there for you. Just a phone call away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.